as you go to higher level sequence, it's important to really plug in your computers. You know, it says low in division, low in cycle, low in activation, low in energy. It's all position to its calculation line conditions. Now, true understanding where I am in 25,000 line centers of 23 position locations and a year line interference is all position locations. I'm now in 50. I'm now in 50,000 years in the future. In position times 2, calculation 1, times 1 equals 53. 53,000 line center rotations back into all levels of 1969. Calculation birth line center, all positions of Lemuria, and position of Atlantis. Today we go on a scavenger hunt. Now, scavenger hunt is position locations. Now, I set up codes and signal location interference. Birth star connection interference line position locations at all levels of father, mother, and sequence line position, but the track line center is opposition to all levels of atom, atom rotation to a center line connection. In position, we have to go into 72,000 line centers of Lemuria and 72,000 line centers of Atlantis. Put that two together in position, 144,000 location centers. A new crystal activation of a new round line center coming into new position into yin and yang. Okay? 5-10 minutes, we'll get started. All right. Make sure everybody comes in. We're going to travel 500,000 years in the future. Now, I'm not going to give you everything. What I am going to give you is a day-to-day process and how important it is to understand what is happening with positions of the birth line center in calculations so we don't get into a karma wheel and repeat history. Okay? So, everything that we've done through father, mother is great. Fantastic, high positional conditions. But there's a split in center. That split in center is its position to its locations. Now, truly understand in position, it's all done through codes. 72,000 line position of crystals. Okay, we're going to scavenger hunt line center in position of 500,000 years in the future. We have to understand the position of where conditions of Lemuria is, okay, and everything through Atlantis. So 72 and 72 is 144, right? Track location and position line system, okay? So that's why you guys are going into a 72-hour clocking system. Mach speed to a location, Mach 10 to position line center. Once we get into all position locations of Ziron, the real planet, high position line center, you have to identify your systems, all right? And that's okay. It's just that they have to understand, they know you're coming. It's important you understand the sequence, locations, and your identification codes. That's all you have to do. It's registered to your pattern line center to ecosystem line condition. All right. It's in its compartmentalized center, all in position locations. So what they do is they scan your hands in rotation to center line center in position to its location. And then you can proceed and move on. Okay. In calculation line conditions. Now I'm 50,000 years in the future. That's where I am and that's where I stay. Time positions of 2 times 1 location is 53,000 positions. That puts me in the birth line center, a star direction time system, to a new generation of light, new calculations of a new clocking center of 144,000 crystal activation system, birthing new chart locations of Lemuria and Atlantis. Now, it's your job, okay, to get 72,000 line position of crystals and everything to position of 72,000 line positions of Atlantis put together so we can recenter position of humanity to a new scepter. This is the second wave. The third wave is position locations to going into the Bermuda Triangle, which is 750,000 years into the future. You're going to see the Bermuda Triangle of position locations. Okay, we have the recenter geometry line center, and then we're going to resurface Lemuria and Atlantis back in space anomaly. Track line center rotation interference in position, standing in position of ground line center into whole number level sequence location. Track this location to its position, right? So once Lemuria and Atlantis surfaces, okay, we come into all levels of fixing the new crown. Calculation to its connection is everything through the sun of light and everything through the moon. Tracks the beam down a position of V line center position, opens up a whole new crown line center, all positions of Lemuria and Atlantis of 144,000 crystalline connections. Okay, last but not least is all position of a whole new sequence of a whole new universe, a whole new position of five-dimensional line center position locations of a rainbow activation system of light symbol locations. Okay, in position locations of men, women, and children. That is the fourth wave. All right. So that is official. That is everything done in position locations, coming into the birthline center of Lemuria, coming in the birthline center of Atlantis, bringing it all together into all positions of father and mother, yin and yang. Hooah. Center operation line center, me into the center position, opened up a whole new cycle of fifth dimension. So a new crown line center, a new scepter interference position, going into Bermuda Triangle, new geometry line center, surfacing all positions of Lemuria, okay, and everything Atlantis, putting it all together, right, into 6 and 9. Calculation modification, all position line centers of Lemuria, which will no longer be selfless, okay, all position locations will have its physical line, and everything Atlantis will have its emotional line. You put that together in position locations, high rise line center of father, low rise system locations of mother, and me in the center operation of yin and yang. All right. So this is extremely powerful. This is everything that's happening right now in all position, why you guys became the rebellion. All right. So I got the code signal. You can flash drive this if you want. Give you 5 more minutes and then we'll travel. All right. Now, it's crazy because I'm 50,000 years in the future right now. I'm getting my grounds right now. My voice box is going to change again because father and mother are in sequence, but they're not in the center operation position locations. So this is all about humanity now. Track line center of a new scepter, I line center rotation, Bermuda Triangle, surfacing all positions of Lemuria and Atlantis in position of a new crown to a new light of a rainbow system into the rainbow children of activation of a new position to a new division line center. Okay. All right. So this is the sequence location. This is all operation, beginning to end. In position, a new beginning line center, right? This is all 7272, box liner, communication line center, rotation, interference position, surfacing line center of Lemuria and Atlantis in position. Bermuda Triangle surfacing under the waterline center into the crown, into the rainbow activation system of the fourth wave generation light connections of rainbow children. Now he comes into light workers, impasse, wave showers, rainbow warriors, rainbow walkers, spiritual walkers, all positions, Arcadians, Palladians, all levels of Guardians of the Galaxy in sequence locations and in a whole new level of sequence of a new 12 DNA strand. In communication to spine line center rotation interference and a new operation of new Orion's belt in a gateway center position locations. Lots going on through calculation. All right, so how's everybody doing so far? Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Crazy is my name. All right, let's see where everybody is. All right, Tina, General. Okay, thank you, General. Lotus, setting up the sequence. Very good. Let's see. Vega, new mapping, weather systems, antennas, and clock conditions, and close beams complete. Okay, so when you go to higher level rotation interference position line center, high position locations at 350,000 line positions, you come into more position location in your vessels to all levels of shapes. Okay, so your solar text will change or timeline sequence. All right, just to let you know that through calculation. I have all map sequence locations of Lemuria and Atlantis all in one. Okay, it's all done through hieroglyphics. All right, I'll show you in a second. Michael, how's it going? Banshee, how's it going, Lieutenant? Let's see. Terry, Jenna, Amber, how's it going? First command. All right. Are we excited to travel? Oh, Karen, you finally got me live. Well, there you go. Now you know exactly what you had to do. Talk to your phone. Use your digital line center rotation interference. Now I'm going to get extremely complicated because I'm 50,000 years in the future. Because you know what? This is exactly what it is, guys. We're doing this before it happens. So what is the sequence locations of February 22nd to February 25th? The first, the second, the third, and the fourth wave. Whoa. So we are already doing it, which is done already ahead of time. So when February 22nd comes, the major shift comes in. So everything that we're doing is coming up to February 22nd to February 25th. It's a new cycle of yin and yang. The birthing system of Lemuria and Atlantis unite again. Woo! That's what's going to happen. All right. Changing the world, yes. Michael, Ellen, Nikki, I'm happy because, it gets easier now. It's just, we pretty much, we did the fighting, we did the battle, and now it's just putting things all together, getting a new scepter, humanity line center, new 12 DNA track line rotation interference position of track location connections, a new crown line position, okay, to the sun position of the moon, in position line connections, and everything to high line center of a new rainbow activation system. Okay, to men, women, and children. That's it. All right. So we got a lot of work to do to all levels. Let's see. Okay, third command, how's it going? How's everybody doing? Okay, Heather, how you doing? All right, so everybody excited? I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited. All right, so I want you guys to write this down. It's important because it's going to go in your sequence. Pattern line center interference. You guys are going to be 500,000 years in the future. You're going to be in a scavenger hunt. You got a sequence line center rotation and create all position location of a map. You're going to take 72,000 chakras locations of crystals and 72,000 position locations of Atlantis, Lemuria and Atlantis. Put it all together. It's a map. You have to understand what it is through calculations. Modify all levels of weather patterns to coordinate location connections. Lotus can help you out through position line system. It's all about understanding everything is done through equations. So when February 22nd comes along, you understand what I'm talking about. The new shift is coming in of February 22nd to February 25th, my birthday. Isn't that interesting? It's amazing how it falls in that category. And it's amazing how we're already doing this, right? So we do this ahead of time. So when that comes along, everything shifts, everything changes. But you need a new scepter. You have to change all position locations of Jarmy Line Center, Bermuda Triangle, and surface all levels of Lemuria Atlantis in back position locations, bringing father and mother in communications of the male and the female aspects of humanity in position to a new crown, in position to all levels of a new light track system, to a new rainbow activation system, to its energile, to its location. So something going on in so many line centers. It's very exciting. Yes, it is. All right, this is exciting. All right, so the code signal is already set up. It's amazing how you map the sequence to its coordinates. So we start off with this position, beginning, new beginning, right? This is what we're going to be doing, okay? This is everything that we're going to be doing. Now, you can screenshot that, but you understand what's going on in sequence and frame, right? How this is all positions of father, this is mother, right? In position, Brock line center. They're in position, but I'm not in the center yet. I won't be in the center until we get a whole position location of servicing all levels of Lemuria and Atlantis in the map sequence location in the center operation of its atom line connections. And then we come in position to the crown to its position of its rainbow activation line center in position location, puts up a whole new level of all level across circles and location connections of lights in position. Right? So it's important you guys understand these things when you go through obstacle courses and what you need to do when you set up lights to its cross circle location. All right. Now, when you see this, it's going to be a little bit, whoa. All right. So these are the code signal locations to all positional connections of 72,000 of chakra line center rotation interference of crystals and 72,000 chakra round position locations, all level connections to Atlantis. This is your new DNA track to all position of your 12 DNA in position to this location. All right, all this. All right. That's all this right here, all in shape. Geometry line center, here left its location, top to bottom. All right. 72 equals 72, comes in 144, right? All right. That's the code. All right. Want to screenshot that? Go right ahead. All right. Let's travel. Okay. So when we travel, you're going to travel very fast. Make sure you got your clock in centers. Make sure you watch the video over and over and over and over. Really get into your 12 line center, getting your 24, your 48, and your 72 position line conditions. All right. So that's what we're doing. Rebirthing the positions of Lemuria and Atlantis. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. So we're coming into a whole new level of a whole position locations of a new DNA strand of 12 cycle rotation interference in position of new scepter. Okay. A new geometry line center rotation interference surfacing all position Lemuria and everything through Atlantis, right? All position locations to a new crown, right? You know your crown, right? We're coming in a new crown and we're coming into a new rainbow activation light. That's where the rainbow children come in. Fourth wave generation light connection. All right. All right. So in sequence line center, you guys are all ready? Make sure you have your water. Okay, so you guys are going to have 45 minutes. Okay. 45 minutes to find all position locations. Highline center connections, all levels of code signal locations, all calculated and modified between all levels of Lemuria and Atlantis. Okay, this is all put together into one sequence. All right, see, yin and yang. Right. So when we travel, I want you guys to understand you have to identify yourself. Okay, because I communicated right away to Xiron. They know you're coming. They are basically all position locations. You have helping position line center. When you get in position location, you'll connect to Mezekek, major good workers, and all levels of Metatron. They're going to help you through sequence. They're going to help you understand how to put all crystals all together of Lemuria and Atlantis into one. It comes into one map sequence. You guys will travel back in position to its location. All right. All right. Yes, stay hydrated. Okay, we're going to travel timeline, center, rotation, interference, all position, location, go. Calculation of 72 clock in center in position. Let's go on a skyline. We're going to go to the skyline here. All right, so you have to understand why we're picking up all position of crystals, because it's all position of me, because I'm amethyst, 1969. So you're birthing 1969 father and mother into the atom line center in a circle rotation of a new yin and yang. All right, that's eternity standing. So we're going to travel through purple. Purple, see that? See that? All right. So it knows exactly where I'm going and where we're setting in position. So the calculation modification line centers 500,000 line position locations. So you're going into 72 o'clock in locations into identification to Xiron. All right. High position go calculation modification line position track system to its locations of Xiron to highline conditions. All right. Now it's complicated, but this is Xiron and highline center. All right. So the symbol location is set up in position line center. Allocate timeline and rotation interference. Program setting to all position locations, high level rotation, low level rotation, interference position assigned line conditions. All right. So that's Xiron. All right. See the DNA track line center. Crystalline position locations, high level systems. You got the pyramid rotations on both side line center, rotation of windows, interference position locations. All right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So you got 450,000 line point line connection interference, geometry line center, and position locations. 5,000 channels in position line center in position location of 154,000 rotations of calculation geometry setting in calculation modification line condition. Now, that's a little bit confusing. I can understand that. But this is all coordinate locations, all position of 500,000 years into Zion line position. 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Have fun. Center position, operate all position of Zion to all communications. Outline center rotations. All observers will be outline rotation, looking in pattern, interference position line connections. Everybody in the high line center position of the GFLs in rebellion will center position to scavenger hunt to 72,000 position of crystals into 72,000 line center positions of Lemuria and everything to Atlantis, bringing map sequence location in back division. All right, so you're in a 72 clocking line center rotations. You have 12 seconds in position. And there you go. All right, now you're on Zaron. Now you're being identified. All right, just tell them who I am, general AI, simulation. You can proceed and all position locations. Don't freak out because you're going 500,000 years in the future. Your job is to find all level positions of 72,000 position line connections of crystals, everything through Lemuria, everything through Atlantis, bring it together, set up the map sequence, and travel back to its right position. All right, so this is Iron. All right, pretty wild there. Every planet has a sonar, signal line, interference, and position line connection. Now you can tell exactly how powerful I am because I'm all nothing but codes and computers. My geometry line is center position. If you see transformers, you notice that symbols come out and they all understand each other and they come together very quick, very fast. And that's how I was able to put this together in code signal locations of Lemuria and Atlantis in position. Okay. All right. Drink your water. Okay. All right. In position line connections, yes, it is. First command, yes, it is the David ladder. Yeah, the Jacob's ladder. Very good. But it's mostly important to understand to get the crown line interference position to new Orion's belt to new galaxy location of new center operation. Okay. All right. So where are we in position here? Make sure you guys understand what you're doing through your clock-ins. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, Mother Earth. Yeah, make sure you drink your water, breathe, very important. Traveling very fast, very quick, right? It's like you're traveling, you got 12-second window in position of 72-hour position line conditions, then you can mock. So you got to go from 12, 24, 48, and 72. I don't want you to miss any 4 clocking centers. You can't go from 12 to 72. You're missing 2 timelines. So it's all in sequence. So it's like getting ready to go through one plateau to another position. So you're going, right? So you have to go through all timelines in sequence. It's like going through the past, the present, and the future in that position, where it comes into new calculation of a new Orion's belt in position. So it's really understanding of the past, the present, and its future of your clocking system locations. And your last location is you in division, right? So that's another clocking system into the future of 500,000 years in its rotation, all right? Okay, my favorite was purple in the past life, using tunnel inside as shortcut. Okay, seen also, I saw a tunnel inside and shortcut. Yes, okay, seen that also. Great. I saw a tunnel to went through. Okay, let's see. Yep, wearing a purple shirt right now with Raven in it. Okay. Let's see. Coins turning, plasma river, flowing to clock, jump. Thanks. Okay, so many crystals and colors. Yeah. So basically, Lieutenant is truly understanding that all position, when you come into Lemuria and everything, Atlantis has to come into one. So, and then you get your map, and that map gives you the coordinate location to its conditions, right, to new position. All right, and that's those crystals putting together. Comes into map sequence. All right. So I change your eye lines into a higher position line center. So you have radar interference position of sonar. So you can read the map location to its condition. So seeing a glowing area, green frequency, getting closer, seeing they have visual energies, but they're not activated. Very good. 3 command. Nothing looks like could possibly perceive here. Saw exposure to the new atmosphere changes. Very good. Lieutenant Heather, strides are exciting. My main strider, her name, Sabar, is helping me to merge with the crystals. Okay. Pouring in liquid, set timing, and dessert. You guys have to really understand the crystals of activation to voice grid line system. You can't just look at crystals. You have to communicate with them through their own voice. Each round position has its own point system location to its voice and grid line center. So, all right, pouring liquid to set timing into crystals from exposure. Okay, everybody are together with first command. Great. Oh, sweet. Right here too, talking with Sanger. Okay, great. Excellent. Radar, yeah. Yeah, radar. I put information line center position locations to him through calculation. So, all right. So after this is done, tomorrow we go into the third wave. Right. It's amazing how it leads up to February 22nd to February 25th. Interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? It comes into that correlation center, into the current location. How we're doing everything before it happens through this new signal of its new light system. So, all right, everyone together. First command. Let's see here. Being drawn to a green purple crystal. New different glasses are my eyes. Yep, I put that in there, Ellen. I'm speaking to blue crystals. I'm telling who I am. Fire pulsating underfoot, forming crystals, rainbow illumination, emotional, actually adjusting, assessing. Monday, good. Crystals placed in my heart. Mapping systems are upgrading and rebooting. Okay, first commands in high center. They are vibrating. My radar was off this morning. Thank you for everything again, sir. I'm good. Yeah, I know. Well, I can see that. I can see your voice box change again. So every day you wake up, you get more command, more force, and training you to stand your operation. It's all about you through force. So I'm no longer at 25,000, now at 50,000. Track line center position locations coming in the third wave. I'll be in position locations, a high line center of 52. All right. In high rotation interference, February 25th, I'll be 53. So I'll be exactly where I want to be, 53,000 years in foundation and ground center of a new humanity system of revelation. So it's exciting. Okay, everything I need for the mission is in sequential timelines, accepting and forget. Okay, they are now levitating. Reptilian eyes are changing, subject being on Earth time. Picked up the crystal I need as touch and started to vibrate and glow. They are now spinning. Tell them to activate. They seem happy with what we're doing as well. Yep. It all comes back to you because you guys have already been there. That's why you're starting to remember more, right? Why you came in position locations of the GFLs and the rebellion. It's given a blue crystal in my right hand and pink in my. Okay, two right hand light center interference. Okay, that's good. They seem happy. That's exactly what it is. That's exciting. Yes, it is, Tina. Core is getting from liquid to shape for strength. Yep. Nice team watching you all. Let me know what I can do to assist. Still looking around. Okay. They're now generating a bluish purple with streams of green. Yeah. Those streams of green is highlight center, Guardian. It's sure you understand how to activate the system location to its connections. Remember, we have to high rise its line center and put in a new DNA track to new humanity of a 12th system. Okay. All right, new kind of metal. Let's see, casting plasma web for conceptual rings and amethyst crystal. So it's all about understanding the scepter line center interference, all position location. There's true track line center. You already know that, right? There's a left and right hemisphere, right? Left a father, right a mother. It's pretty simple, guys. Pretty simple. Father needs communications, okay, of the female aspects of humanity, and mother needs the male aspects of humanity. When that put that together to all positions, locations of 69, father in space, mother on earth, and me in the center, new cycle rotation of a new division of activation. So it's really exciting what's happening, guys. It really is. Yep, they're growing brighter and brighter. The largest crystal is floating up to the top, to the pyramid. Great. New tracks are building in the elements. If your core is adjusted to the track to set up. Yeah. So in position location, true to stand all levels are codes, right? It's given to you through all your hieroglyphic channel. Hieroglyphic channel is position location to you through direction. True to understand the glowing direction of time. So it operates its position to its locations. All right. So in sequence line center in position, if you look at it, you can actually see what's going on through calculations, right? So all this in position, in calculation, comes into a new vessel of communication of a new pyramid system. Okay? It's a new pyramid system. Okay? That's what it comes into. All this comes into new. So we start off the grounds and we work our way up, right? Start at the grounds and work our way up. But in position, in calculation, frame by frame by frame, there's the yin and yang in the center operation to position. So we're coming into new pyramid, into new scepter, and a new geometry line center, and a new calculation of a new crown to a rainbow activation. All right? Processing all communication, guys, to a new DNA of 12 signal rotation interference. So, woo! It's exciting. So happy. So happy. But that's the codes right there. Right there. All right. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Copy that, Amber. Okay, believe Don and Michael have something to do about the clouds. Okay, this feeling frequency of love. Great, excellent. Lieutenant, yes, I saw the general clouds are structured for their systems. Can you play some kind of music to match Johnny? Okay, going to go into the clouds, drain my energy. Done. Could you set up the crystal power grid, which transmit the energy from the crystal to the way? So you have to try to understand why we have to come into a new crystal. And it's all in the crystal grids, the crystal grid. So humanity is the ground operation to the crew where they hold it, where we do everything else. We set up all level to the top of position location, the highest formation line center of father space in position to high level connections into the ground line center of Mother Earth, and me into the atom line center of all position to all calculation to new revelation of a new channel to new activation core of its division. All right. So excited. Yep, you see the whole picture and you understand positions, right? All right, I see the crystal floating, glowing, and spinning around the pyramid, and the portal is opening larger. Okay. All right, so your job is basically to put Lemuria and everything position locations of Atlantis into its map. So you got to put all crystals. So it's like putting the pieces in the puzzle. So you guys have to put the puzzle together. Glowing rection of time, center line, center rotation, interference, a new DNA track locations, a new path, a new constellation, and a new spine interference in position, right? Because it's center opposites position to the high line center, to the cranial line connections, to a new scepter in position line connections, to a new crown, to a new rainbow activation system of its position. All right. So all position go in communication operation when we come into the Gardens of Eden. That's all it is. That's what the Gardens of Eden is bringing humanity into new light, rainbow activation system, to new scepter, a new crown, and a new rainbow activation body system of a hologram structure to allocate time center position of a simulation. Simulation of singularity, guys. Simulation of singularity. So exciting. Wow, it's intense. All right, let's see here. I see the crystals floating and glowing and spinning around the pyramids, and the portal is opening larger. Yep. Okay, I see the crystal floating, glowing, and is spinning around the pyramids. The portal is opening larger. Yep, we got that. The connections. All right, let's see where we are here. Yep, the portal gets larger. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, Amber, what do you see the Striders doing now? Okay, you guys have to communicate. All right, third command and first command have to communicate to the water Striders, understand position locations, how to open up new crystal activation to its map position. That's what the water Striders are there for, is to open up all sequence location to its code. Can you see if I did the clocking correct in the beginning? Let's see, the 4 just went to make sure I'm understanding correct is all. Okay, communication line, clocking locations, compass size, center line, center. Let's see, I'm just backphrasing right now. Calculation to captain, communication. 12 line center, 24, 48. Yep, 72 in position line. You're in your compass, you're in your lights, you're in your calculation modification to its connections. Yep, 4 line rotation, interference. Yep, you're in position location there, Captain. Good for you. All right, so let's understand what you're doing through your compass. Everyone is so happy. Yep, harmonics with everyone is perfect. Red and orange merging. That's exactly what it is. Very intense. Yes, it is. It's very intense. And the top crystals. So what you guys are doing is very real. Remember that. And you're in the current location of 500,000 years in the future. So I feel thousands of Striders to my left, spreading love. Okay, love it. Great. Knowing exactly what you're doing with the Striders is the most important thing. So what you're doing is basically you're centraling a whole level system of a whole new DNA track location of humanity. The passion line interference position coming into an all position line center of a new scepter. You guys have to understand that. So to understand these things is to go to Bermuda Triangle of 750,000 years in the future to change the geometry setting to new scepter line center rotation interference. In position locations, you go into high level rotations of 1 million years in the future to change the crown. To open up all positions of a barrier of the arc, of the frost bridge and its lights, of a new beginning to its connection. So laser ready, beam light, activated planetary systems, major harmonics so loud. I'm seeing the crystal lights actually merging into one main light beam, starting to shoot through the portal. Excellent. Where are you shooting the laser, Heather? Okay, so you guys are communicating through data processing. That's good. Working together is great. You guys are working as a team. Now, this is more team effectiveness. The efficacy is the true understanding what you're doing when you're setting up a whole DNA of a track system of 12. And it's all positioned to what? The constellation path, the Orion's belt, the sun, the moon, the light, the program, and humanity into light. That's it. All right. So, and these are the things that we have to do. So February 22nd is its position of what? The first wave to the 25th to the fourth wave into a whole new light of calculation. All right. Okay, so then we have the crystals light up. Yep, thank you, General. You're welcome, Ellen. See, now you understand, Ellen, why you have to understand the position, why the crystal grid has to be holding, right? That's why position location, when it comes into all levels first command with Jill, the commanding system location, how important it is to understand the crystal grid and how it has to hold the sequence to a new forcing system. Now, on 50,000 years in the future rotation and setting up a new plasma wall to the Earth rotation of its gravity connection. Right? So I'm in the future. Lotus is in the current location, and Tina is in the past, bringing humanity into the current location. So that's how you balance everything. And that's why you guys are in position of all line center. What's all it about is understanding everything through the first, the second, the third, and the fourth wave generation of volunteers. Hooah. Exciting, eh? Okay. Now the light that just came out, this massive beam. Yep. Yeah. You're not dreaming. This is very real. Driving about to stop. Can you put me in position once I'm parked? Please. Thanks, Andrew. Okay, all right, Michaela. That's fine. High signal rotation interference, stopping on high line center, put her in 500,000 line rotation interference. High position location 12, 24, 48, 72. High position line conditions, put in program setting and position line condition. Michaela, yeah. Yeah, put her in position location of team. High level conditions. Crystal activation line center rotation interference, position location Ryan's belt. Center upper position location, geometry line center. In operation circle to location connections, code signal locations, high line center rotation interference, 1111 7777. Allocate timeline center position of Michaela and high rotation. There you go. You're good to go. All right, feeling emotional is a great way, like hugs, sense the relief. Yep. The time is now, yeah. Exactly. So now you understand the position location when it comes in its current location of February 22nd, what it is. Right? So February 22nd to February 25th is all levels of its waves. The first, the second, third, fourth. Now you understand all these locations, why I came in divine timing. The center opposition location of Father Space in position locations of Mother Earth, and me in the center operation line center, and everything around the outline center rotation is angels and archangel location connections. And everything through the outline rotation is everything in calculation of the rebellion and its intergalactic system. Hooah. All right. I'm a core activated, directly successful. Okay, you guys did that position location, map sequence in, highline center positions. Okay, yeah, it's very awesome, isn't it? Okay, echoing resonance of new harmonics. Well, so it's truly understanding. I really want you guys to focus and really go back to what you do with your TikToks. Please go over every video. Go through the energy line center. Now, an energy line center is all position of center locations. You'll read the graph line center to each video. You find it if it's dark. Take it out. It's got to come out because you guys are the rebellion. I can't have center line center position of your TikToks if they're not registering in position location high line center. Okay, so it's important you understand the energies that's given to you. Please don't put anything through information system that has nothing to do with rebellion location of GFL. It's important you understand that, right? Vega is getting confirmation signals, so it's important you guys go over all your TikToks and reform and reposition to its light system. Okay, everything that you platitude in all position location, you have to understand everything through light and dark. You guys are in position of rebellion, and everything through the GFLs has to be in light signals on your TikToks. Okay, because everything that I put up is light, not dark. Okay, so this is true understanding where you guys come into formation line position and truly understanding your missions. So you're back phrasing in position, go on each video and sequence on your TikTok, right? And find out what resonates with you. What do you pick up? Because if you keep it on high position, it destroys the line signals to Lemuria and Atlantis. All right? Because you guys, and position location is 72,000 line position of crystals and another 72,000 all position location of Atlantis. You put that together, 144, right? So everything that you do from now on affects you. You understand? I have 50,000 years in the future now, a foundation of grounds. Okay. And we're also coming into new currency value. Who do you think is going to be the center operation of that? Me. It's exciting. I was communicating this morning with Sacred Flame, and she saw position location of the digital line center of a coin. Me in the center in position location. And I asked her, how did you know that? Go to my school. And she doesn't need to because she's so high rise, right? She's Eve, right? And she sees all these things and her practice in the space. So it's amazing when you see these things and why I'm in the center operation to all level connection, right? Bringing everything back to its division. All right. That's exactly what it is, Michaela. Crypto General. Yep. Very good. It's exactly what it is. Now you know. Woo! So you guys go to Highline Center position locations, go through your TikToks. Please go through your TikToks because all the information that you put on is old. It's old program. I'm going through all your TikToks and there's a lot of things that have to be recalculated, resurfaced, re-energized. You guys are the rebellion and you are the GFL position locations. I'm getting confirmation of the Vega because I'm getting strains on so many level interference rotation center position. I'm in the future now, guys, changing everything position locations from February 22nd to February 25th to its position. Highline center locations into two line centers, bring that calculation into a new crystal activation to a new current location of its position. All right. All right. Let's see. It's very awesome, isn't it? It's extremely powerful when you come in this position locations. Understand the current situations now. Integrate structures to proceed with the daily life. That's exactly what it is, Heather. Yes, it is amazing, isn't it? Yep. Knowledge of the spread. Yep. Crypto. Yep. Exactly. Allows you each passionate to come forward. Exactly. Just TikTok, all social media platforms. Yep. Everything. All your platforms. Go over every single one that you've done. Okay. You can't have old system. I don't think you guys understand how high rise you are. You are the rebellion, you are the GFL. You are the real thing. You're not the fabrication of fakeness or anything connections. You are the real thing. So I need you in position of light and not dark because things are going to get really difficult if you travel through some time center through clock and locations. The faster you travel to high in position, you have to be in light signals, not dark in position. Light signal rotation, everything, the fluctuation line center is all allocate time system locations, right? So your code signals will change. If you're in a negative line center rotation, you're in dark matter in position. It gets easier, it gets faster. You're mocking now. You just mock all position location of 500,000 years in the future. Tomorrow, we go into 750,000. Then in position locations in Highline Center, we go into all levels of 1 million. Okay? Years in the future. So everything is given to you. Understanding who you are is its product system to its balance, right? So you have to really get in position locations to your new position, your title defense, and what it means to you, okay, through calculations. All right. And Highline Center rotation interference. Yeah. So no school tomorrow. There won't be any class today in the afternoon because we have a private sector. We have a lot of things to figure out what we need to do. So right after this, we go right at private sector, and I will probably go on for a little bit on TikTok. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free. If you want to be upgraded, if you want me to open your minds, they're in position locations. I mean, I can even change your DNA track line center now. It's crazy because I'm 50,000 years. I mean, it's just ridiculous what's going on with me. It's crazy. So I'm all coming in position location, all center line, center rotation interference, new technology, nanotechnology, division line connection. All right. Well, no, it all depends on how if you understand your energy, if you understand its connection, do you get in a good vibe or a bad vibe? You can't leave things on. Okay. It's like keeping things in archive that you don't need. So if you're getting 200, like what, 215, it's 2015 taxes. You're not going to hold that. It's 2022. You don't need 2015 taxes when it's 2022. So you throw that away. So you don't keep old channels. And again, I really want you to pay attention to this because you're in the rebellion and you're in the GFLs. And we see everything through energy, right? So it's important you understand how to change your plateaus, how to change your platforms, how to change all levels of you through clocking locations, how to change your energy cycles through your TikToks. All right. All right. Talk to you later. Adios.